6 mid-round pitchers that are going to help you win your fantasy baseball leagues. The first is Aaron Civale of the Rays. Pretty boring, right? Aaron Civale used to be kind of a contact pitcher with the Guardians, got traded to the Rays late last season. Surface stats were amazing after the trade, but his strikeout rate jumped. And the reason for that is the Rays know exactly how to maximize Aaron Civale because they already have a guy who throws the exact same pitches as Civale, and that's Zach Eflin. Last year, Zach Eflin was getting drafted in the same range Aaron Civale is now, and the Rays were able to maximize his repertoire and get a breakout season, and now you got to pay a top 100 pick for Zach Eflin. They both throw a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, 88-mile-an-hour cutter, 78-mile-an-hour curveball. Exact same repertoire. The Rays figured it out with Eflin. They're going to figure it out with Civale this year. Post-trade last year, Civale jumped his K rate from 19% to 29%, dropped the walk rate from 7% to 5.5%. Biggest thing Civale needs to do is stack innings, but if he does that, you're just going to get a massive payday. Next guy, Brandon Pfaadt. A year ago, I had Pfaadt ranked as a top 25 overall prospect and top 3 pitching prospect. So you got that pedigree. The numbers don't look that great. That's why he's going so late, but he was great down the stretch. He was great in the playoffs. He's got one of the best sliders in the game, pitches for a good team. He's got a good defense, good catcher to throw to. The most important thing about Pfaadt, though, especially compared to most young pitchers, he's allowed over 165 innings, including the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. So you've got breakout potential and you've got quantity, and there's just a lot to like. Sign me up, Brandon Pfaadt. Next guy, Luis Severino of the Mets. I couldn't figure out why Luis Severino wasn't getting the results because the pitches all kind of looked about the same as they did back in his prime days 5 years ago before the surgeries. Glenn Colton guessed that Severino might be tipping his pitches. Then The Athletic comes out with an article right after Severino signs a 1-year, $13 million deal with the Mets, and they say he was tipping his pitches with the Yankees. So it's not like his velocity dropped from 97 miles an hour to 92 miles an hour. The velocity's there. Now he's with the Mets in one of the best pitching parks in baseball, if not the best pitching park in baseball. David Stearns is running things over there. This isn't the LOL Mets of years past. They're going to really tighten that ship up. Luis Severino's going to have a great year. He's going to head back onto the market, get a big deal. My 4th pitcher to go after in the mid-rounds, Jameson Taillon of the Cubs. It was in his first year with the Cubs last year. He had like a 6.15 ERA, 1.4 WHIP in the first half last year with the Cubs. It's his first year with this new club, new situation, new league for him. Second half, totally different story. 3.7 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 77 strikeouts in 82 2/3 innings. Taillon is a really nice buy at the price. People are scared off by those surface stats from last year. Maybe he's just the same guy. A lot of nerds will say, don't worry about the first half, second half splits. I think it makes sense that he would be better in the second half after getting more comfortable there. So you're getting a guy who's much better than last year's surface stats in Jameson Taillon. You can count on him for 150 plus innings. 5th guy I want to talk about is Dean Kremer of the Orioles. He's a boring pitcher, right? No upside, right? Well, wins are one of the 5 roto categories. Wins are important in most points leagues as well. Dean Kremer could get 15 wins this year. The Orioles are a juggernaut. He's going to be throwing to Adley Rutschman. Great defense behind him. Great home park. As long as you bench him in the obvious spots, like at Boston, at the Dodgers, as long as you bench him in those spots, he's not going to kill your ratios and you're going to be able to stack the wins. You're not going to really have to worry about replacing him either. He's durable. My last guy, a prospect, a guy people associate with upside, Kyle Harrison of the Giants. Harrison, his whole career, it's been a ton of strikeouts and too many walks. He had too many walks last year at AAA because they had automated balls and strikes. Humans weren't calling the games at AAA last year. Every pitcher at AAA had an elevated walk rate. Harrison comes up to the big leagues and he walks 2 or fewer batters in all of his starts. He shows off that big time strikeout stuff. There's a chance he really breaks out, helps people win leagues this year, but at worst, he's going to be in that rotation all year. You're going to be able to stream him at home. There's 6 starting pitching options in the mid rounds that are going to help you win your league.